A serious train accident in Ohio last month has raised concerns over the safety of U.S. trains and the outdated safety systems still in use. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, issued its first report on the Ohio accident, stating that it was 100% preventable. The preliminary investigation results have sparked doubts over the train operating company, Norfolk Southern Railway, and the safety standards of the U.S. rail industry. However, less than a month after the Ohio accident, two more train accidents occurred in the U.S., one in Michigan on February 16 and another in Florida on February 28. These incidents have brought into question the shortcomings of the U.S. rail system. In the Ohio incident, 38 of the 149 cars on the train derailed, including 11 cars carrying hazardous materials, with 5 of them carrying over 115,000 gallons of flammable and carcinogenic gas, vinyl chloride. The accident forced local authorities to evacuate thousands of residents and to intentionally release and ignite the toxic vinyl chloride to prevent accidental explosions. NTSB Chairman, Jennifer Homendy, stated that the accident was caused by a hot bearing igniting a carload of plastic pellets on the train. As the bearing temperature gradually rose, the train passed 2 sensors on the tracks. But the temperature at that time did not reach the safety parameter, 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius, set by Norfolk Southern. Therefore, no alarm was issued. According to the NTSB report, the temperature of the bearing exceeded the ambient temperature by 253 degrees Fahrenheit 123 degrees Celsius when the alarm was finally triggered. The train personnel had already applied the brakes and slowed down the train's speed, but it was too late. In addition, the distance between the second and third sensors was twice as far as that between the first and second sensors, which was a distance of 20 miles. During this period, the bearing temperature increased by 65 degrees Fahrenheit 18 degrees Celsius. Homendy said that if the sensors were closer together, the accident could have been avoided. However, the distance between the sensors and the temperature values that trigger alarms are not federally regulated but are determined by the railway companies themselves. Different railways have different regulations. This is their decision, she said. Homendy also stated that they called the event an accident, but it was not an accident. Every event investigated by the NTSB is preventable. Although the incident is still under investigation, the NTSB report has sparked criticism of Norfolk Southern, the U.S.'s fourth-largest railway operator. It was found that not only are the hot bearing sensors lacking in regulation, but even toxic and flammable materials, such as vinyl chloride, also lack federal regulation. In fact, the U.S. government attempted to address this issue in 2014. As there was a significant increase in derailments of trains carrying crude oil and hazardous chemicals. This included an incident in New Jersey in 2012, which resulted in as much as 24,000 gallons of vinyl chloride leaking into the air. The Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, a federal agency, proposed as a result, the lack of a unified national standard for safety systems on railways has been brought to attention, with many calling for more federal oversight and regulation to prevent future accidents. In addition to the issue of safety systems, there is also concern about the transportation of hazardous materials on trains. The Ohio incident involved the derailment of 11 cars carrying hazardous materials, including 5 cars carrying over 115,000 gallons of the flammable and carcinogenic gas vinyl chloride. The incident required the evacuation of thousands of local residents and the controlled burning of the toxic substance to prevent an accidental explosion. While the investigation into these incidents is ongoing, it is clear that there are systemic issues with the safety and regulation of the U.S. railway system. The lack of federal oversight and regulation has left it up to individual railway companies to determine their own safety standards, which can vary widely from company to company. This has led to inconsistent safety systems and a higher risk of accidents and incidents involving hazardous materials. In conclusion, the recent railway incidents in the U.S. have highlighted the need for stronger federal oversight and regulation of the country's railway system. The lack of a unified national standard for safety systems and the transportation of hazardous materials on trains has led to a higher risk of accidents and incidents. It is important for the government to take action to address these issues and ensure the safety of both railway workers and the general public.